Celtics another impressive performance.
But an immaculate first half from the Boston Celtics. It has been a Boston massacre here.
In the heart of Boston, a revolution is underway. The Boston Celtics, with their sights set on greatness, have been rewriting the NBA history books with their phenomenal run so far this season.
Knocks in the three.
On this episode of The Scout, we'll do a deep dive on the Celtics and how their offensive efficiency and versatility, coupled with their ability to limit their opponents defensively, has made them such an unstoppable force in the NBA, as well as a formidable contender for the 2024 playoffs. The Boston Celtics have undoubtedly been the it team this season, making the mark on both ends of the court. But it's their dominance on the offensive front that's been the envy of many.
He's good.
Possessing one of the most diverse offenses in the NBA, the Celtics' success can be hugely attributed to their lethal starting five, which currently boasts the best offensive rating, significantly surpassing the league average, particularly with their sharpshooters. And with the league currently stacked with elite three-pointers, it's no surprise that it's Joe Mazzulla's side leading the charge with the most efficient high-volume threes, launching a whopping 42.8 threes per contest.
This is remarkable.
So the typical tactic of defending against a team like Boston can be a risky move. Opposing teams often find themselves in a dilemma. They can't leave the Celtics sharpshooters open due to their finishing threat. But if they do contest these shots, opponents will play right into their hands as they excel at exploiting defensive gaps and creating scoring opportunities from anywhere on the floor. When they're in the mood, they aren't just winning games, they're dominating them, showcasing an offensive prowess that's simply unmatched. Just ask the Warriors and Steph.
And they're hitting, 10 threes in the first quarter. That's what we used to do to teams. And it's kind of demoralizing, especially on the road when it's kept going their way. And it seemed like then every little play goes their way, and it's one of those nights.
One of the reasons why the Celtics are so difficult to stop is because of the space they create. Take this, for instance, against Toronto. With Drew Holiday and Jason Tatum tucked down on the right side, Derek White recognizes it's the other side of the floor that's already setting things up. Kristaps Porzingis sets the pin down for Jaylen Brown to curl. But with the Raptors defense too focused on Brown off the screen, KP pops, gets the pass, and attacks downhill for the slam. We see this again later on in the second period, with three Celtics bodies flat along the baseline. KP slips the screen to get the feed off White before initiating the DHO with Brown. He then sets Brown up to curl off the screen, leaving him open to get it off the roll for the finish.
Strong move to the bucket.
But it's their use of motion strong that potentially has taken their play to another level. This time on the road against the Raptors, we see the Celtics set up for the play, with Tatum being the corner man. This then gets Raptors Scotty Barnes away from the play, with Poeltl getting pulled up into the action as well. Brown then comes off the pin down, before flowing into space for the pull-up jumper.
Brown with a jumper that is good coming out of the timeout.
And we know that the Celtics are more than capable of mixing it up on the offense, employing varying plays like post-ups and pick and rolls that keep defenses guessing. The one thing that this lineup has done really well this season is get defenses in rotation to create openings by making quick decisions on the floor. We'll take a look at this here against Washington. Drew keeps his defender occupied near the block, and as this unfolds, White curls around the perimeter, drawing the attention of three Wizards players, leaving KP open for the roll into the paint. This swift movement creates confusion for Bilal Coulibaly, caught between Drew and Porzingis, who then ultimately chooses the wrong option, leaving Porzingis for an easy two.
Porzingis and scores.
And Joe Mazzulla's side excels at exploiting openings against their opponents with their quick decision-making and movement. Another example here against Miami, Drew's roll to the basket is about to do two things. One, it pulls the entire Heat's defense back, leaving White with ample room to work with. And second, it gets Kyle Lowry guessing, wondering if he should provide help to his teammates. And once the defense collapses, the Celtics point guard kicks it out to Drew, who then finds KP wide open from beyond the arc. It's no surprise that they're proving to be a strong contender in the Eastern Conference, especially with their offensive threats. But it's not just their scoring prowess that's turning heads. The Celtics' defensive strength is equally formidable. 3 quarters of the season in, and they've not just topped the league's offensive ratings, but the defensive ratings as well. Led by versatile wings who excel in switching, they've crafted unique defensive strategies that disrupt opponents' plays at every turn. With strong rim protection and disciplined tactics, they're a force to be reckoned with on the defensive end. In their win on the road against the New York Knicks, their defensive rotations were impressive. Just like this instance when Jason Tatum proved to be a nightmare in this play, the Knicks passing their way around the perimeter looking for an open 3, then trying to force their way into the paint, where we see Tatum's movement and ability on being able to switch up on Isaiah Hartenstein, who gets denied by traveling in the end.
He traveled.
And he traveled.
Give Jason Tatum credit. He's having a battle in the post.
In today's NBA landscape, the Boston Celtics stand out as a force to be reckoned with. Their ability to spread the scoring load evenly and adapt defensively makes them a formidable presence in the Eastern Conference.
Brown running with him for the lob.
As the 2024 playoffs approach, all eyes are on the Celtics, with fans and analysts alike buzzing about their potential for many years to come.